Hogan! Welcome to Monday Night Bars! I'm your host. Lowblow is Kevin Sullivan, the Taskmaster. We hate your guts. And with me is Clean Gene.
Hello.
And Sid Lectro.
Hey.
I'm not doing this for the whole episode. So that's it.
Bye, Taskmaster.
Goodbye! I'll get you, Hogan. I'm gonna fight Savage next. So, yeah, we just got done watching. Where did we leave off, Clean Gene?
Monday Nitro, September 18th, 1995.
A day that shall live in infamy. But probably not.
Grandma out of the bathroom.
Get Grandma out of the bathroom, says Mongo McMichaels. So we start with the segment. Eric Bischoff is like, hey, there's something going on backstage.
And you hear sirens.
And you hear sirens backstage. They're backing up an ambulance, and out pop. Oh, they were expecting Hogan because Hogan died last time, right?
Yep, and he was coming straight from the hospital in that ambulance.
And no, he wasn't Psych. It was the Taskmaster.
And the Giant.
And the Giant.
Killed Hulk Hogan
Who
last week.
murdered Hulk Hogan to death.
Snapped his neck.
Snapped his neck like a Slim Jim. Yeah.
The Giant said Hulk Hogan is not the one true immortal. The Giant is.
And
Mean Gene said, what would your father think?
so this is official confirmation that it is canon that the Giant is Andre the Giant's son.
Yes. And not only that, he said Andre the Giant would be totally into murdering Hogan too.
Yeah.
Which,
He's right by his side.
right by his side. And I expect that to be true. Even though Andre the Giant was definitely very, very French.
Hulk Hogan.
And Paul White is very not French at all.
I'm not giving out spoilers. I'm just trying to be informative.
Who Paul White is.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
Someone else.
Yeah, years later.
Alright, so after that segment, we've got the first match scheduled is the American Males, Marcus Bagwell and Scotty Riggs, against the Blue Bloods. Except,
Bum bum bum.
Blue Bloods music hits, and then out pops Harlem Heat beating up whoever is not Steven Regal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
The other guy that we don't know.
Yeah.
And we don't have an explanation for why they did this per se, but Harlem Heat came out and said, we're the champions, we want this match right now, and we're going to put the titles on the line.
Their explanation was that the Blue Bloods shouldn't be on television, Harlem Heat should be on television because they're the tag team champions.
Which,
They had not been on Nitro at this point, I don't believe.
yeah, this is true.
True.
They were on the PPV, they were not on Nitro. So, okay.
So they challenged the American Males to a match with the titles on the line right then and there.
The American Males predictably accepted, and a match was had, and it was quite the okay match for a tag team.
The Heat, Harlem Heat were dominant for pretty much the whole match.
Oh yeah, the ending. Colonel Parker.
Colonel Parker comes down for Sister Sherry.
Oh yeah, Sister Sherry was on the ropes, about to hit one of the dudes with her shoe.
Right. And then, distracts them, and Stevie Ray gets reversed by Bagwell and gets pinned to lose the belts.
Yeah, so because their manager is having an affair with Southern racist, they lost the titles.
Isn't he the one who used to own them?
Yes.
Yes,
He was their first
yes,
match.
Yeah,
he
so
was their
it's
first
really-
master.
It's really continuing this great storyline of literal slaves.
Yeah, so they lost the match, and
New tag team champions.
new tag team champions
The
one
day
night.
after they won the title.
Yeah, and was this
The Chippendale Dancer.
yeah, was this standard or is this new? Is
I
this-
think it's just part of the whole, we got a new live show and we gotta make it interesting and people want to watch it because anything can happen.
There's no real good precedent for this, or whether there probably were before, or no?
I think it was just to be a surprise and
Okay.
people talking.
Yeah, absolutely. It was good. It was surprising.
Also,
Didn't
of
expect
note,
it.
there was a We Want It Raw sign in the crowd.
Right in the middle of the camera is focusing on it. Is come on, cameraman. What are you doing? Maybe the cameraman worked for the WWE.
Well, it's live and they got one shot, so
Yeah.
gotta roll with it.
So I believe actually I was reading Wrestling Observer from this time.
Oh, shout out to Mr. Meltzer. Meltzer?
He mentioned that after this show, I believe it was this show, they started confiscating a lot of signs at Nitro.
That's funny.
I believe it. That makes sense. Yeah, totally makes sense. What happened next, Mr. Clean Gene?
Next up, we got Mean Gene in the ring, and he calls out Ric Flair.
Woo! The Nature Boy comes out and
He cuts a promo saying Arn Anderson broke the code.
Oh.
It was okay to feud amongst themselves, but he brought in an outsider.
when he brought in Pillman.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, he brought in Brian Pillman.
Flair says he's gonna chop Pillman so hard tonight that Boomer Esiason's gonna feel it.
And that's a reference no one got.
Except Clean Gene.
Except for Clean Gene, who is like he wrestles naked.
Brian Pillman played for the
himself.
Cincinnati Bengals football team, who Boomer Esiason also played for. That's what that was referencing.
Yeah, it's an obscure reference. Did people at the time get this reference?
Yeah, Boomer Esiason was a very famous football player.
Do you have any interaction with wrestling or no?
No. But
Okay.
I think the target audience is the same young
Yeah,
males.
rednecks who like football and wrestling. Okay, good. Sure.
Flair then said he's going to find Arn Anderson and kick his ass tonight.
And the challenge was made.
Next up, we got Mr. Wonderful.
Woo!
He comes out to his apparently new music, which the announcers paid a lot of attention to.
It was good. Wonderful. Oh, that's it? You're not going to do any more with me? Thought we were going to do some acapella stuff. What you doing,
Good,
Sid?
but is that the entirety of the song?
Yeah, pretty much, but
I mean,
just one more.
much, yeah.
Wonderful!
So Bobby Heenan loved the music, and Bischoff and Mongo hated it.
Well, it's for a higher intellect, really.
I mean, I don't know if Mongo knows where he is half the time anyway.
Mongo does play a lot with his dog. He puts peanut butter on his balls and just has the dog sitting there most of the time. So this is why we don't get much out of Mongo.
So yeah, Mr. Wonderful comes down. He's holding a pocket mirror so he can look at himself in the mirror. It's very similar to Tyler Breeze currently.
Gorgeous George for old
Yes.
schoolers.
Tyler Breeze sucks though.
Yeah, Gorgeous George.
I don't agree with that. I think Tyler
I went to Gorgeous George's grave.
Did you? Where is
Yeah,
it?
yeah. It's in Burbank. He's buried at Valhalla Cemetery in Burbank, and also of note buried there is not Stan Laurel, but Oliver Hardy from Laurel and Hardy, and also Criswell, if you are familiar with Ed Wood's Plan 9 from Outer Space.
And remember, my friend, future events such as these will affect you in the future.
So he's a psychic. So
Does his grave site just stay Gorgeous George, or does it have his...
I'll have to check, but it's been a while. I'm a cemetery lurker, so I know this stuff.
So as Mr. Wonderful's making his entrance, one of the announcers howled.
Oh, it was Mongo. We all agree it was Mongo, right?
I think so, yeah.
And Bobby Heenan said, "It's feeding time for Mongo."
Yeah, which would indicate it was probably Mongo.
And Mongo asked, "Do you have any food over there?"
And then Pepe was missing. Mongo's dog was missing after.
Making the statement, do you have any food over there?
It's
Yes.
true, we did not see Pepe again in this episode.
Which is fine, because, as I said, within Mongo's balls, probably.
So Mr. Wonderful's opponent was Mark Marrow in Lights, Blackface Dustin.
Yes, Greyface.
We'll go with like blackface.
Okay, light
That's
blackface
the
works.
dusting of Blackface.
Yeah.
During this match, Mongo said, "This is more action than a rooster sees in a hen house."
Which is arguable, because I imagine a Rooster sees a lot more action. But, I mean, it was an okay match. Johnny B. Bad showed that he was a really good wrestler at the pay-per-view. His opponent this time around, not as good, per se, but still, it had its moments.
Yeah, it was okay. Nothing much going on.
Nothing spectacular, but I think...
Biggest thing was.
Oh, no, I just think that it goes to show that Johnny B. Bad is unnecessarily placed so low on the card, but you said that the strategy being you want to make some of the early matches not suck and put the suck in the middle, so I guess he's good where he is, but he could be doing main event stuff. He's a great wrestler at the time.
It's funny because I don't remember Mark Marrow being anything like special. I don't remember him being very good. But
No, but in WCW, yeah.
Johnny Bad, pretty decent.
Yeah,
He was younger. I don't know. He might have had some injuries that took down his athleticism later on.
and in comparison to some of the top carders at WCW, I mean, he could definitely fit right in, so.
But yeah, the general thought is you want the opening match to be a very good, exciting match to get the crowd
Pumping.
into the show
Yeah.
right away. So yeah, Mr. Wonderful won this match
With
just
a 2
by
count.
sitting on Marrow's head.
The ref counted 2 and then said,
Ring the bell.
Yeah. Mr. Wonderful, I imagine this was towards the end of his career, or did he have much of a career after this?
Yeah, this was towards the end. I believe he became, if not the head trainer, one of the head trainers at the WCW Power Plant. Next up, we got a segment showing Macho Man working out on the beach, apparently on the set of Baywatch. And all of a sudden, the Taskmaster attacks him out of nowhere.
Hogan! I'm attacking you! But you're not Hogan.
He
You're
looks like-
Savage.
He looks like an elf beating up Satan.
Come on! What do you do? 5 more, big boy! Come on! Not so bad! Come on, do 5 more, huh? Come on! Let's see you do 5 more! 5 more, Macho Man!
Yeah, it was like an early, before middle-aged Santa.
Yeah, before middle-aged Santa.
Santa who's died and is out for the summer.
Yeah, and he gets ripped in the off-season, eats a lot of Slim Jims, and the elf came and beat him up.
Hogan!
Kevin Sullivan's
The Dungeon of Doom.
And of course, Ric Flair comes in and makes a save on the beach, wearing his full wrestling attire.
I imagine Ric Flair at this time period was probably bringing his gear with him anywhere he went. I just assume this. I assume if we were to find Ric Flair right now, on his person, he would have his wrestling gear. And he's like 71 or 72 at this point.
Yeah.
I believe it.
You're saying you think he still carries all his wrestling gear with him?
Absolutely.
When he goes to the beach.
When he goes to the beach, when he goes shopping,
So,
when he goes and gets...
wears all his
Yeah, when he gets his colonoscopy,
pads under his
got his knee pads on, he's ready to fight.
pants.
He's just that kind of guy. He's a man's man. You had mentioned, Clean Gene, that this is probably a setup for... They're trying to establish that he's a face now. That he was coming in to do the save, even though just a second later they cut to Savage saying, "I didn't need his help, brother." Wait, oh, that was Hogan's voice. "I didn't need his help, brother." They both sound very much alike.
Yeah, it sounds similar.
I
Say
can't...
brother.
Yeah. So...
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to eat a Slim Jim to get that voice back.
Yeah, I think this was the start of turning Flair face.
Yeah.
So yeah, next up, we cut back to the arena and we got Mean Gene in the ring and he calls out the Macho Man.
Oh, this is where that thing happens that I just said it happens.
Yeah, Macho Man says, "Thanks, but no thanks" to Flair for his help. Says he will destroy the Taskmaster himself. He doesn't know where Hogan is, but the strong survive and nobody's stronger than Hogan. He predicts that the Dungeon of Doom will have 3 new members, including Lex Luger, Sting, and Jimmy Hart.
And he has no basis whatsoever to say Sting or Jimmy Hart. But supposedly he was saying that Lex Luger had
Cheap
shotted him during that War Games match. We
None of us saw that.
Yeah, we watched that match. It did not show up. Announcers didn't mention it. They all seemed to be celebrating at the end, like no hard feelings. Everything was great. We won. They won the match.
Won the match, yeah.
So we have no fuck idea what Savage was saying.
Maybe the Jimmy Hart thing came from, I mean, it's not like, not necessarily any evidence of it, but it's not like a terrible guess, because it seemed like he represented half the roster anyway.
Were they also all mostly faces though?
Well, he came out with
Yes.
the Renegade.
Renegade was a face.
Okay. Renegade was kind of nothing.
Yes, he was kind of another.
He was an Ultimate Warrior ripoff.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looked like a Conan the Barbarian extra.
So this is the second time Savage has accused Jimmy Hart.
Yes, and I think at this moment, Luger comes out, right?
Yep, Lex Luger comes out and says he's tired of playing with kids and he wants to play with the big boys.
And I'm sick and tired of playing with kids. I'm here to take on the big boy.
I don't want to play with what I don't. Oh, so his delivery of
His delivery is kind of flat. It's just kind of yelling. And he usually is like weirdly polite about it.
Strangely polite,
He's like,
very long-winded to say
I have
something.
I want to say to you, Macho Man, and it is that I'm tired of playing with children. I want to play with the big boys.
And do you confirm or deny that you also want to be champion too, as I do also would be if I could?
Could it be that just maybe you deny or confirm that you also, I'm straight up with it, do you also want to be the WCW World Heavyweight Champion? Doesn't that also qualify you for having a personal agenda?
Yeah. Macho Man said, yeah.
Macho Man says there's no bigger boy than him.
And he also, you got a point. Ooh, you got a point, brother.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you for your time, Macho Man.
Luger says he's straight up. He wants to be the champion. Don't you want to be the champion too, Macho Man? Are you man enough to admit that?
That you got a very good point right there. I do have aspirations about being the world champion.
Confirm or deny it. Ooh,
You got a good point there.
you got a real good point. I'll give it to you. I will
Macho Man can confirm.
I will concede
He
the
also wants
point.
to be the champion.
I will
brother.
concede the point that I too want to be the champion. That was retarded. Can I say
Yeah.
retarded?
Yes.
It was
We can say he really lugered it.
he lugered it.
He really lugered that one.
He always starts off saying a couple words and just stops.
Yeah.
And then the other person involved has to step in and say,
And help him out.
Go on.
What the hell are you
Yeah.
gonna say?
You know, Macho Man, I think I know what the problem is here. It's called a severe lack of respect.
Really?
That's exactly right.
It always comes off as like this really bizarre like conversation between them instead of trying to like cut an actual promo.
Yeah, it's like a weird ventriloquism act.
It's like Lex Luger comes out and has a polite conversation with you, just yelling.
Anyone who would dare slap the total package on national TV obviously lacks any common sense or concern for their health or well-being.
Yeah, a full intensity, polite discussion
Yeah,
between friends
colleagues,
and colleagues.
respected colleagues.
I respect you.
Next up, we get a clip again of the Giant running over Hulk Hogan's motorcycle.
This is the full extended version we did not see in the pay-per-view.
What are you doing? Are you out of your mind? You're out of your mind. What are you doing?
Yep.
All the hot 90s mamas, according to Lowblow.
Okay, so they're all wearing like mom jeans and they're like 90s country like housewives, and it's just weird. But whatever.
But you thought they were hot.
Well, you know, I have a type.
Lowblow's gonna pick up them 90s cuties at the Whole Foods.
Woohoo! Is that where they hang out?
I don't know.
Because I've been going to Cat Country.
Simply the Black Hills' favorite country. Cat Country 98.7.
I don't know. It's a radio station. Whatever.
Next up, we got a clip from the pay-per-view, actually, of the Giant attacking Hogan. They actually showed full video and audio from the pay-per-view the next night on Nitro.
They do show Hogan dying.
Yeah.
Literally dying.
Next up was our main event for the show. Got Brian Pillman against Ric Flair.
Good match overall.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? I don't remember.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good match.
I don't remember. I heard they had a lot of slaps.
Oh, they have chops. Yes. Flair was known for his chops, and
Wrestling chops.
yeah, those things hurt. I don't know if you guys wrestled. It's
We have not wrestled like you, Lowblow.
okay. Well, they hurt. They hurt, and if you do them significantly enough, they stop hurting as much, and because you get numb. But yeah, the first couple,
Oh yeah.
those knife edge chops, they fucking suck.
So, you ever had the ref climbing the ropes again? This is really strange. He's still the only ref who's seen do that so far. And it had what I thought was a really cool spot where Flair jumped off the top turnbuckle and Pillman countered him with like a ground drop kick.
Oh yeah, he just sort of edged himself up.
Yeah, this was a good match overall. The only thing of note I thought was that this was Pillman's first big match as a heel. He's getting a main event spot against
Flying
Flair.
Flying Brian.
Yeah, flying Brian Pillman. And just kind of seemed like Pillman didn't get a whole lot of offense in this match, and Flair just beat him clean.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kind of anticlimactic for Pillman's first big match as a heel.
Flair gets the figure 4 on Pillman, and Pillman taps out.
Yep.
And then Flair starts calling out Arn Anderson. And he
Oh,
says
yeah.
next Monday, Arn Anderson will get his ass kicked by the Nature Boy.
Woo!
And then he like runs out of the ring, and the announcer's like, tonight he's gonna get his ass kicked because they weren't paying attention.
Oh, to saying that.
What was just happening there to Ric Flair saying it'll be next week.
Yeah. Well.
So then they set up next week's show, saying they were going to have the debut of Disco Inferno against Alex Wright.
Disco Inferno.
Macho Man was going to take on the Taskmaster, and Luger would take on me. And Pepe was not there at the end of the show.
No Pepe. So, was this better than the previous Nitros that we had seen?
I think there was improvement on this show just as far as everything was making sense and they were recapping things.
Pyro's still weak during the opening.
They were a little better.
A little better, but not nearly what they will be eventually.
Whoa,
Spoilers!
Let's not. This isn't a newscast.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
The main event was pretty good with Flair and Pillman and everything else. As far as the matches were just kind of forgettable.
Yeah.
We got new tag team champions.
Right away. Okay. And we also saw Raw from that same week.
September 18th.
September 18th. We
Never
already
forget.
mentioned it.
1995.
September 18th, never forget.
Hey guys, remember that match 2 years ago? Between the 1, 2, 3 Kid and Razor Ramon?
Oh yeah, this is where we discussed that Raw does a way better job of providing context to their matches.
WWF wants you to remember that match, so they show you some of it.
Yeah.
Give context to this feud.
This feud, which was 2 years in the making.
Raw starts off going right into the match between the Kid and Ramon.
Razor Ramon.
Razor.
1, 2, 3 Kid.
Ramon.
Not just the
Ramon.
Kid.
Yeah, not the Kid.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3
the,
And
the Kid and Ramon.
The Kid.
Clean G. The Kid.
1, 2, 3 Kid.
And Ramon.
6.
Yes, X-Pac.
One night.
X-Pac.
6.
No,
What?
we're not calling him 6.
6.
One night in X-Pac?
6.
6.
He had his best years as 6.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
One of his best years tag teaming with King.
So we got 1, 2, 3 Kid against Razor Ramon.
Ramon.
Take it again. Another take, Clean
We got 1, 2, 3 Kid versus Razor Ramon.
You gotta roll that R. You gotta roll that R up into a small package.
So this is a good match back and forth. Eventually the ref gets knocked out and Dean Douglas comes down and interferes with a splash off the top rope.
In his jeans, no less.
and his jeans.
1, 2, 3 Kid was knocked out of the ring at this time, so he did not see the interference.
Mm-hmm.
But he came back in the ring and got the pin.
And then Dean Douglas backstage. It was almost immediately, right?
Yeah, he did the report card, which was clearly taped previously, but he came in all huffing and puffing, trying to look like he had just gotten
that
there
thing.
from the ring.
Mm-hmm. And he gives them a D.
He gives the 1, 2, 3 Kid a D for being dumb because he thinks he won the match without his help.
And somebody he gave an A.
Razor Ramon, he gave an E
Oh, E.
for elevating the match.
Oh, no. Elevating himself
Elevating himself.
to Dean's level.
Right.
Attempting to. And then he gave an A to himself
Yep.
for excellence. And then he punctuates that with an exclamation point.
And he gives the upcoming In Your House pay-per-view an N for no brainer.
No brainer, guys.
It's going to be a no-brainer that it'll be awesome with Dean on it.
And coincidentally, this spells out his name.
What's his name, Lowblow?
Dine?
Kane.
Dine.
Kane.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's like Kane, but they put a D instead.
Whatever. It's cool.
Sure.
Well, I'm just saying, it was interesting how that worked out to actually spell his name. I'm sure he didn't anticipate that happening.
I'm sure, yeah.
Guys, don't forget the most important thing about this match, which was the creepy guys in the crowd again.
Oh, creepy guy's still in the crowd. So
Creepy guy.
we're thinking or speculating that this match was filmed the same night as the previous show, perhaps.
This entire episode was filmed the same night.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Next up, we got the Godfather and Tatanka versus Hardcore Holly and Savio Vega.
Whoa. Dean gets interrupted, doesn't he?
It's clearly Kama, not the Godfather.
Oh.
Okay. Kama and Tatanka versus Hardcore Holly and Savio Vega.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Gene, could you please get your facts straight? It's Bob Holly, Sparkboard Bob Holly.
Yeah, he's a race car driver.
I don't know who Hardcore Holly is.
Okay.
So let's start one more time.
We've got Kama and Tatanka versus Spark Plug Bob Holly and Savio Vega.
Okay, now those are all names I recognize.
Yeah, no, that makes more sense than...
So the whole story of this match was that Bob Holly was a hothead, so the heels could easily provoke him to get into the ring and distract the ref, which would allow them to double team Savio Vega.
There were toys made of Savio Vega. This blows my mind.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. It's not good.
There were also toys made of Pittman, but that's WCW.
Craig Pittman?
Yeah. Didn't I text you those?
So yeah, eventually Savio Vega tags Holly. He comes in, starts making the comeback, but the Godfather catches Holly coming off the top rope and body slams him for the pin.
Kama does, and yes, he does. We're just gonna keep bullshitting you until you get that right. It's
That's
Kama.
okay.
Kama, chameleon.
Also, the $1 Million Man was in Kama and Tatanka's corner because they're in his group.
Sure,
And
why not?
It seems like a very odd pairing
Yeah.
for all three of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
None of them seem to fit together.
No.
It's just like we got some mid card heels and we're gonna throw them
We need them.
Yeah.
We need to give them something.
Put him with the $1 Million Man, why not?
Yeah.
Next up, we got a backstage promo with Razor Ramon.
Ramon.
He sets up his match with Dean Douglas at In Your House. Razor says he's going to carve Dean up.
I'm going to carve him up, and then toothpick to the camera. Classic Razor.
Then we got Jean-Pierre Lafitte.
Jean-Pierre Lafitte.
The French pirate.
French-Canadian pirate.
Versus Brian
Cyclops.
Walsh.
Cyclops pirate.
And we've got Bret Hart on the phone from the set of Lonesome Dove.
During the middle of the squash match.
During the match.
Well, it's a squash match, and it doesn't really matter because it's not a feud.
It's a feud with Bret Hart and the pirate.
Yeah, so they're just squash match. Yeah. Give an opportunity to plug the idea that these two are going to be fighting soon. Whatever.
I mean, Bret Hart wasn't there because he was on the set of Lonesome Dove. So.
Yeah.
Guys, he's on Lonesome Dove.
Was that important at the time, Clean Jane?
I believe it was a big deal for Bret Hart. He was trying to get into acting, and so WWF was trying to promote this as a big thing, but I think it was just some
cameo
cable TV movie that went nowhere.
The match was okay. It was a squash match.
You Pirate wins real quick.
Yeah.
Swanton.
Yeah. So he holds up a pirate flag with his picture on it.
Yeah, he is definitely a pirate, which is ridiculous, but whatever. We're rolling with it.
Said the pirate is going down.
Gonna make him walk the plank.
He stole his jacket that his mother made for him.
Oh, yeah.
And he's gonna walk the plank over this. Yeah, and it is a really goofy gimmick. He steals things, that's like his thing.
He's a pirate.
Yeah, Bret Hart even made fun of that. He said, I didn't know pirates were a thing that so existed.
I didn't realize that they were just kleptomaniacs, that they couldn't help themselves.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Lowblow or something
like
that
they, well, okay. Burned, first of all. Second of all, it's a serious medical condition, guys.
That's why we don't judge.
Okay, good.
We encourage it.
You do kind of encourage it.
And next up, we got the main event already. We got Men on a Mission, which is King Mabel and Mo versus Yokozuna and Owen Hart. Of note here, Mabel was carried out by 4 unfortunate gentlemen.
Jobbers, yes.
Thrown. Were grimacing the entire time.
Mabel is a very large man.
Yes, he is, and I like him, so I understand you guys don't. Yes, he's not athletic. This match was a clusterfuck because it had 2 immovable objects, and they sold that throughout the match. The idea that the 2 big fat guys wrestling.
And every time they encountered each other, nothing happened.
No, yeah, they slapped each other.
They can't do anything.
They slap each other. Yokozuna, I think, took a couple bumps.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, yeah, there were 2 just really huge guys, and that the match was mostly carried by Mo and Owen Hart.
I was mostly carried by Owen Hart.
Just Owen Hart.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Mo's not. He's not as big as
either of those, but he's not great.
Guys,
Yeah.
But he's still like
Yeah.
not in shape, man.
Well, it's not necessarily about him being in shape. It's just he's not that great of a wrestler.
Over Owen Hart once, and he barely did.
Yeah. He's not a very athletic wrestler, of course.
Right.
Of course.
And he had a giant Wario W on his ass.
Yeah, he is
Same
Wario.
colors and everything.
Same colors and everything.
Big Wario fan.
Mo was Wario.
But yeah, so Owen Hart carried the match.
Yeah, I just felt bad for Owen Hart watching this match.
Yeah, Owen Hart's great.
Well, I mean, like we discussed, I think previously, tag teams. The philosophy behind some tag teams are to showcase more wrestlers in a limited amount of time, and also, my sort of perspective is, you pair wrestlers who are not necessarily as good single wrestlers, and then you compensate for them in other ways with their partner. So, I mean, I guess. I think.
Are you thinking they paired Yokozuna and Owen Hart as a way to keep Yokozuna on TV but not have him do much?
Well, Clean Jeans suggested that might be the case, right?
Yeah, that might have been what they were going for. Is Yokozuna was a big name, but at this point he was even getting bigger than he was previously.
Literally, not figuratively.
Yeah, and he just couldn't do much. So putting him in a tag team with someone who's very good and athletic, kind of
give him some face time.
Yeah, allows him to do these matches where he doesn't have to do anything, but he's still on TV, still a drawing card.
And this is towards the end of his career too, so he's got a little bit of life left in him. But oh, you're laughing because he dies. Yes, he dies. Spoilers: he dies.
It's more about how you said it. He's got a little bit of life left in him.
He does.
So Jim Cornette distracted the ref, which led to Owen Hart holding Mo down and Yokozuna hitting a leg drop for the pin.
When it comes to tag team matches, I'm very, very, very forgiving because I had to do a lot of them. And okay for a tag match, but generally speaking, for an average match, not that exciting.
So after the match, we cut to the back with Shawn Michaels and Diesel. They say this Sunday they will be the tag team champions. And Jerry Lawler says they're two dudes with attitudes, but they're two dudes that could lose.
Yeah, Jerry the King Lawler here, the great insight into the ring stuff that is wrestling.
And they said next week on Raw, after the pay-per-view, we would have the British Bulldog against The Undertaker. It'll be the first time we see The Undertaker, right?
Yeah, yes it is.
Yeah, since Nitro started, at least.
Yeah, and both of us have huge boners for that.
Yeah, the hype meter's off the chart.
Oh yeah, Lectro and I have big boners over that. Clean Gene here doesn't have much of a boner for anything.
That's true, I just hate everything.
Yeah.
Alright, so what did we think overall of Raw?
Still better than Nitro, but I mean...
Was it?
I tended to think so.
I don't know, looking back at these,
yeah, like
Nitro had the main event on Nitro was better than anything on this Raw.
So this Raw had bad main event. Best thing was we got to watch Owen Hart wrestle. It had the Pirate Squash match, which wasn't good.
What do you mean it wasn't good?
Tag match,
It was a squash match.
And the Razor Ramon match was fine, but it did interference.
Yeah. So compare that to we had
Flair and Pillman, which was good.
Yeah, Flair and Pillman was good.
Johnny B. Bad and Mr. Wonderful, which was
okay.
Decent.
Yeah.
But it's actually really cool seeing Johnny B. Bad wrestle because he's pretty good at it.
You mean pretty bad?
With 2 Ds.
Yes.
And then the tag match wasn't great, but I think it was still a little better than this one.
Well, yeah. I mean, we can see the main event for Raw was not good at all, I guess.
I mean, the Nitro tag match
was better. Yes,
better
yeah,
than Raw.
yeah.
Okay.
But the Raw one was the main event. And
I would actually say Nitro was the better show this week.
Kind of torn.
You're kind of rip-torn? You're kind of drunk at a bank?
Yes.
After hours? Thinking it's your house?
Is it necessary for me to drink my own urine? No. but I do it anyway because it's sterile and I like the taste.
I think on the strength of the main event and a lot of the other matches being like maybe not great, but a little better than the ones in Raw, I think I agree with you.
All right, so Nitro wins this week.
Was that how the show ended though?
What, Raw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ended with
the Diesel and HBK.
and then next week Undertaker versus British Bulldog.
I'm confusing it with next week. Okay. So, let's,
So what's our overall score now? We got one for Raw, one for Nitro?
I think so.
So that's going to be it for this week. Stay cool, guys.
Stay cool.
We'll be back next week with a special pay-per-view edition reviewing In Your House.
In your house in
September
Clean
19th.
Jeans apartment. Yes.